Hi, Elevation Life Church. Pastor Jeremy here, and today's devotion, as I was sitting here trying to think of something to do, couldn't figure it out, was getting frustrated just because so much is going on in life right now, and I was just kind of discouraged and all those types of things. I came upon this this awesome devotion, so I don't want to butcher it, so I'm just going to read it, so just bear with me, but it fits perfectly with how I know a lot of us are feeling right now, and it's called When You Don't Feel Like It. And it says, we all struggle with spiritual discouragement and lethargy. Some days our circumstances threaten to overwhelm us, and we struggle just to pray. Many times we just don't feel like doing the things we know we should. For one reason or another, God sometimes seems far off and unreachable. And it talks about how David faced times like these in his life. The Psalms are filled with the verses that express his despair and feeling of abandonment. Yet the Psalms also give us the key to living victoriously during the dark periods of life. So you look at Psalms 119 verses 89 through 95. It says, "Forever, O Lord, your word is settled in heaven. Your faithfulness continues throughout all generations. You establish the earth as it stands. They stand this day according to your ordinance. For all things are your servants. If your law had not been my delight, then I would have perished in my affliction. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have revived me. I am yours. Save me, for I have sought your precepts. The wicked wait for me to destroy me. I shall diligently consider your testimonies." And so I was just thinking about it as I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, wow, this fits perfectly for today. And like I said, I didn't want to butcher it, so I want to keep going. But it says recalling God's faithfulness and control over everything that touches us gives us strength to walk with God even when we feel like giving up in despair. After all, our feelings and circumstances have not changed God. He is perfectly capable of sustaining us if we will only let Him. We simply need to choose to delight in and diligently consider God's precepts, His principles and character, despite how we feel. Choosing to delight in God might not be easy. It might even invoke hard work, but only God can revive and save our soul from spiritual lethargy. Next time you feel spiritually drained and inadequate, remember that you have a choice. You can wrap yourself up in excuses and self-pity like I've been doing all day today, or you can choose to draw your strength from an unchanging God. Elevation Life, be encouraged that He is ever changing. Like Matt spoke about last week, is He already knows the end result. He knows where this is going, right? So no matter what happens in our life, we trust in a God that already has it all figured out. It didn't take Him by surprise. So today you need to stand firm and know that God's got it under control.